Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. What are you all doing today? Happy Tuesday? I am not playing ZA today, no. Although I did, so honestly, I didn't even realize the DLC was, I forgot my, hold up a second. I didn't even realize the DLC was coming out today. I assumed it was releasing, I know it's releasing the 10th, and I know it's because it released everywhere at the same time, but I assumed it wasn't releasing at the same time. I thought it was releasing in each area. Thursday, which isn't tomorrow, I'm getting my wisdom tooth out, and I will not be streaming for a couple days. And so because of that, originally planning out this week, I'm not streaming tomorrow because I have to take the medicine tomorrow before I go in, so I'll be super out of it. So I'm not streaming tomorrow night. And in doing so this week, the only time I could actually stream this week was tonight. So originally in this week, I had no time to stream it because I wasn't going to be live tomorrow. And then when I saw earlier today that it was releasing tonight at 8 p.m., I was like, if I play it tonight, I want to play the entire DLC, because if I don't beat it tonight, then the next time I'll be able to play it is like maybe Tuesday of next week. I don't know how long I'm going to be sore and not wanting to talk. So I'm just going to avoid spoilers, and we'll stream the DLC like next week or something. I'm also not shiny hunting tonight just because I just don't want to set everything up. Sam, how are you doing? Welcome on in. So yeah, sometime next week. Also, let me know if this music's too loud. The normal music I play isn't working for some reason, so I'm just playing a lo-fi mix off of YouTube. So let me know if I need to crank it down or crank it up. But yeah, so I'll be live. I'll figure out when. Friday or Saturday when I see how I'm feeling. Posts is a little louder. Okay, let me turn it down. Alright, hopefully that is better, but let me know if it's still too loud. Once I figure out how all things are feeling on like Friday, Saturday, I'll have a better idea as to how I plan to go about streaming next week. And yeah, also in doing that, I got the 2 Lazarus episodes for this week done and Sunday's Digimon done, but I've recorded nothing else, and I have no time to record anything else because, like I said, tomorrow I'll be out of it. So there will most likely be no uploads next week. Hopefully if I'm feeling better next week, I could record for the week after, but I'm not making it a huge priority. So there might not be any more uploads until like the last week of the year. So realistically, the next 2 weeks, potentially, there's no uploads, but we'll make happen what make happens. Just got a notification. It's time to swap out my air filter. Weird times for it to remind me. But yeah, so we'll figure it out. And so when that happens, just so that way, like I said, I don't feel like I'm having to rush through playing the DLC. It can take my time. And also it gives all of you, if you plan to play the DLC, you get to play it, experience it, and then you can come watch me play it and experience it instead of having to like dodge spoilers. Unless, of course, you haven't played it by next week then. So the 2 decks I want to play tonight, we will not be playing around with Goldango at all. I want to play around with... This is a different version that I've seen of Kangaskhan. You all know that I really like the Kangaskhan deck. I think it's really silly and really fun. I actually did want to make potentially one change to it, because I have been seeing some like Lucario stuff on ladder. What is the card? What is the card? Goggles is I think what it is. Protective Goggles, the basic Pokemon that has no weaknesses. I think a tech of 1 could be kind of interesting. I don't know what I would tech it or what I would replace with it. but I think that could be kind of interesting. Also, I mean, you're removing fighting weakness in general, but I think that's really the Lucario is the only real fighting. So it might not be worth it, but it's something I've seen with people teching in, especially teching in, like Lucario and Goldango. Cornerstone obviously doesn't matter, even though they are a fighting type. Demolish isn't affected by weakness or resistance. Demolish always only hits for 150, so it's not a big worry about having to deal with that. Honestly, I do think I could probably take the Balloon out of this build. Or even drop a switch. I think we can drop a switch. I think I almost never used to, but we'll see. So basically, this version of Kangaskhan, which is different than the other one we've been playing, its energy accelerant is Joltik, which I think is kind of silly, and when I've played it, it seems pretty fun. The other deck I want to play around with tonight is the Charizard with the Noctowl engine, which has seemingly done pretty well recently. It's a pretty straightforward deck. The big skill expression in this deck is knowing when to use your owls and what cards to pull for them. It also uses Dawn, and I really want to play a deck that uses Dawn because I haven't really... It doesn't seem good enough to work, or it doesn't, not good enough. It doesn't seem like it does enough in Dragapult, so I do want to play in a deck where it actually lets to shine. Speaking of Pokemon, did you see the Hoenn starter Megastones? I did. I did see that this morning, that they'll be available through online, which is... they're giving the trailers for the DLC tease the Groudon and Kyogre donuts. I honestly think by the... This is, again, I have no spoil... I was not spoiled for anything in this DLC. The only thing I knew about this DLC from early leaks were that there were going to be Mega Zs. I did not see who the Mega Zs were. Obviously, we saw the Lucario Z. I didn't know who the Zs were going to be. So that's the only thing I knew going into this DLC. I assume this DLC, either through the DLC or through events that they will add over the next few months, we will have access to every single Mega Evolved Pokemon. I feel like they'll probably give us Rayquaza much in the way that they gave us Diancie. Or Mewtwo. Diancie and Mewtwo. I feel like that'll be the way that they give us like Mega Rayquaza. But yeah. Alright, not a super strong open for us. Lily is good. I would like Arven most of all. Let's get the trolley. I wanted Arven for the trolley, so we'll just draw the trolley. Joltik. Arm the monkeys? No, both monkeys are in hand. Both monkeys are in hand. So honestly, probably that, and then I'll bench a monkey as well. I don't know what we're going up against. They have fire. I assume this is the Charizard deck, so that's why I'm like, I think monkey will be viable. Or we could just set up 2 Kangaskhan's. Let's set up 2 Kangaskhan's with the goal of pennying up Latias at some point, or Joltik, and then playing down Monkey. I think that's the goal I want to attempt to achieve. And then I don't think I want a Lily here, but I want a Lily next turn. I don't want to accidentally pull out stuff that I need. Maybe grab the Vessel. I think we won't need the Vessel, though. We'll just put Jumbo Ice Cream in hand. Because why not? Because why not? And 2 Kangaskhan's basically ready to go. Oh, you know what I could have grabbed? Could have grabbed Gear, maybe to reach for Crispin. But they had a really bad turn 1. They didn't get anything down. And if we're assuming this is Charizard, we don't really have a threat to really worry about this next turn because nothing can evolve this turn. We definitely should have grabbed Gear. Gear would have been a much better grab because there's a world where they only get one Charmander out. We could just chase it. I don't even know that we would want to chase it. Why would you grab Fan Rotom? Fan Rotom, this might be a concede coming. They might have just realized they put down Fan Rotom with the goal of getting their Owls and their Pidgey. But Fan Rotom can only be used during your first turn, or the Fan Call. Assault Landing can only be used for their Stadium, but I'm assuming they're trying to Fan Call, but you can only use Fan Call during your first turn. Because there's no way you would put this out here just to be as a throwaway. Okay, yeah, if we can get Boss, we get Boss. Definitely should have grabbed the Gear. That's okay. Yes, okay. Boss for next turn if we need it. We will attach Mist Energy there just to have both Kangaskhan's online. What's up, Emerson? How you doing? This is I really do like this Kangaskhan. This is something new that they started doing with Destined Rivals, I believe, where they're the full arts, like, or the whatever the arts are called, look like this. I really like it with the Mega Pokemon because you have regular Kangaskhan back here. My face cam kind of covers it a little bit. You have regular Kangaskhan back here and then Mega Kangaskhan up front. Do I have another Mega card, like, nearby that I can show you? I don't think I have another Mega card, like, in hand. But I really like it. I think it's really cool. I really like the design. Oh, wait, I should have actually have a Mega Absol here. Yeah, here's Mega Absol with the same thing. So you can see regular Absol right there, and then Mega Absol up front. And I think that's just a really, really fun way of showing that off. The full Kangaskhan look. Yeah, they did get down another Charmander. Yeah, not too surprising that they were able to make that happen. But I am really excited to play the DLC we're able to. Okay, so that was their retreat. We'll have 2 prize cards going into this next bit, which is pretty good. Honestly, this next turn, as much as Boss could be fun, they have 2 of each down. I don't think Boss really matters here. I don't think Boss really matters here. I think Boss next turn, so if I can gear and find Penny, and Penny up Latias or Joltik would be nice. Oh, welcome back. Were you here for my response about Rayquaza and all that? If not, I can bullet point what I said. Electric energy. Protective Goggles doesn't do anything in this matchup. I'm not getting hit with any fighting types. No. NA. NA. We have both of those. I don't even know that I necessarily need Crispin, but put it in hand. We'll put it in hand. Again, I don't think Boss significantly improves anything for me because they have 1 of each down and it's just a waste of an item here, so we'll just go for the rapid fire combo. Don't waste all your heads here. Can I for you talk about Z Megas? Oh yeah, so basically I think once we're all said and done with this DLC, I think we'll have access to every single Mega Pokemon that's ever existed. I think they'll probably distribute like Rayquaza in the same way that they distributed Mega Diancie and like Mega Mewtwo. We know they have a Dawn in hand, so they just need rare candy, and they have Pidgeot online. I mean, they probably... It's either Charizard or Pidgeot. Pidgeot's better. Charmander and Charmeleon. Because I just don't think that they will give story reasons for... or like DLC story time to like the Hoenn starters. Yeah, we're getting Pidgeot. I wouldn't be surprised that, again, I know nothing about the DLC, if... I would not be surprised if we get Megas for like Xerneas and Yveltal, since Zygarde got one. And focus more story beats on them getting Megas. Or like give Megas to like some like random legendaries that you wouldn't expect. Like imagine we get like, if for some reason in this DLC, Mega Lugia and Ho. We're not getting that. I can't imagine we would, but it'd be so cool if we did. They probably sacrifice just a Charmander to us. I can't imagine they want to sacrifice this Pidgeotto. Okay. Unfair Stamp is pretty good here for them. I mean, my hand wasn't anything special. Boss was really the only thing I cared about in that hand. And Jumbo Ice Cream, but we aren't getting attacked this turn, so it doesn't matter. Because unless they had multiple rare candies in hand, there's nothing that they could theoretically set up that quickly. So, I'm surprised, honestly, that they left the Pidgeotto inactive. What's up, Dwayne? How are you doing? Alright, let's hit the Aaron first. And then a gear. Just Arvin, you're not who I want. You're not who I want. How many gears have I used in this one? Just 2. Gear in hand. Nothing I want to attack. I mean, I could. We'll throw that there, and we'll throw Balloon here. I know we still have Laddies down for now, so it doesn't super matter, but still. If they give us a Charizard Z, that'd be kind of crazy. But again, no spoilers for any of the DLC, because we aren't playing. I'm not going to be playing that for a bit. Do I even want to attack here? Because right now their Charizard's doing 60 plus. They're doing 240 right now. I'd have them doing 270. I don't think I want to give them Fez Draw. And another space on their bench to put down something. I think I'm okay with skipping. As we're typing it, somehow forgotten they announced Z-Megas not long ago. Yeah, the only one they announced was Lucario, but I assume with the Z's being announced. And I wouldn't be surprised if it is Charizard Z, because why wouldn't it be? Rare candy for Charizard. They also do have an energy that's going to be stuck on Fez and Dippity. I don't know why they played the Air Balloon to Fez. They'd already attached an energy to it. I don't know why they did that, because now that energy's just stuck there until it gets killed. Yeah, they attached energy to a turn 1. And then the next turn attached Air Balloon to it when it already had the retreat cost with the energy there. I mean, to be fair, this is the same person who brought down Fan Rotom in their second turn. I really need a spot on my bench. Kill the Latias, please. Joltik Kangaskhan is an interesting concept. Yeah, I'm not going to claim I came up with this. I definitely did not. I saw this on, I think, Tournament of Doom, and I was like, hold up a second, this is kind of interesting. So yeah, it is very interesting. I like that we have space for Monkey now, but I'm not stoked. Is there anything I would rather boss? I don't think so. I think I just want to put damage on this Charizard. Just punch for 200. Hopefully flip. I mean, I could flip 3 heads. There's a world where I flip 3 heads. It could happen. It could happen. It absolutely could happen. Actually, if we reached the protective goggles in time, I wonder if it actually would have made more sense to attach it to Latias. Because would they have had knockout with goggles on there? I think they would have, though. I think they were already doing 210, weren't they? Yeah, they were already doing 210. They were doing 240, so. I'm just gonna get, yeah, I'm gonna get an immediate tails. It is a 2-tap, though, and they don't have another 2 prizes they can take here. Because right now they're only hitting for 240, which on Kanga's Con is 180, because minus 60. So, we do survive. They could boss up one of my single prizers, and if they're bossing up a single prizer, it's either going to be the monkey or the booth. This Joltik is just going to ride off the rest of the game. Or they do kill me with Mega Charizard. I was not expecting a Mega Charizard. Ugh, now we have to do the math. I hate doing math. Oh, how I hate doing math. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. They have 45 right now. I don't know why I had to do 45. They're doing 45 because it's just fire that they send away. Yeah, 45. 450. Minus 60. Okay, so they do have a kill on Kanga's God. Because that's 390. Dang. That'll be all their fire energy, and they don't have a... they don't have any other way to accelerate other than the Charmander on board. I don't know how much fire energy they play, though, since this is a Charizard, Mega Charizard deck. I was assuming this was just going to be a regular Charizard deck when I first saw them. I don't know how much fire energy they play. I assume they probably have to play like a superior energy retrieval. I don't think they needed Battle Cage to be able to reach the damage counter here, but I understand wanting to get rid of it. Yeah, they have to hit 390 anyways. That's very good for them, and they only need 1 more kill. This guy's pretty much there. I think this is just a loss then. I don't really see how we can make... I mean, they only need to take 1 prize. They can just Pidgeot for it. So I think we do have to boss and chase Pidgeot. We could take 2 prizes, but I don't think that makes enough of a difference. I don't think it makes enough of a difference. I'm going to set up like I'm surviving into the next turn. Because they also don't have energy, which is the other thing I'm hoping for. So maybe I just boss and take 2 prizes. No, because then that gives them Fez Draw. They already have a large enough hand as it is. I feel like we have to boss and take 2 prizes. And hope that they give us damage so we can boss Fez and aren't able to kill us. Huh. If I got a Tails on Fez, and then I could just put damage on a future turn. Because I would love to also not give them board space. Because they probably have they probably have it. So let's try and make it a little bit more difficult for them, and see if we can't hit 2 heads. Alright, and they probably with a quick search in 9 cards, or 10 cards rather, because they draw. They probably have it. But I'm still going to laugh at this person all day because they put down a fan Rotom. Yeah, they just have boss. 1 energy boss for the monkey. Yeah, GG's. I'm still going to laugh at this person all day, every day, because they tried to use a fan Rotom on turn 2. Like, they put a fan Rotom on their bench. I don't know. I feel like Mega Charizard just... I don't know. I feel like Mega Charizard just isn't good. Obviously, it's good against Mega decks, but I feel like it being a 3 prizer as is, feels like it's a better, or it's a worse, Raging Bolt. I don't know. I would like to be proved wrong, or continually proved wrong. I don't know that it's worth teching into that, but I can see why they probably play a 1-up for stuff like that. 151 mini 10. Drops tonight at 11 ET on Sam's Club. Woo! Not buying that. I remember the last time I opened up 151. It's been a while. 151 is fun though. Chase all the Kantos. Chase the Charizard. Always chasing the Charizard. But no, I do like the Joltik Kangas. I do like it as an accelerator versus the Turbo Energize. Oh, what a hand. What an opening hand. Going second with a trolley. The only way this would have been better is if this would have been like a Kangaskhan inactive. Or even... Well, actually, yeah, because I would hate to open a Joltik and have 30 HP and die to a Poison Donk. But they do immediately know what I'm playing. Ooh, okay, they're playing Greninja. I've not seen Greninja in a minute. I think it just did well at Champions League, maybe it was? No, not. Oh no, yeah, Champions League. Placed 30th at Champions League. Like a Dusk Noir, Dusclops build. I don't know why you put down Pheasantipity. Alright, so I have both my boofs. I have one more space to either put a monkey. What's my cards, or what's my energy counts look like? A 1-3, so I can't set up 2 Kangaskhan's. So I can only set up 1 Kangas with an initial Joltik. So I think we'll just go for it. How many darkness energy do I have? 1 darkness is prize, so just put down a single monkey then. Which I mean that's all I have space for anyways, but just like blocking it out. 2 pennies, energy switches there. 3 gears. 3, 2, 1, 2. Alright. Alright, all my important stuff is here. Joltik. And then I think I want to go ahead and grab the protective goggles, right? Yeah. Put the ice cream in hand. Put the goggles down. Because Greninja is a fighting type. And does hit for 170. Which would be doubled. But not with my protective goggles, it won't be. But I'm hoping they whiff the setup. They only have 5 cards in hand. I'm hoping they don't have Rare Candy Pidgeotto. Or Pidgeot. Oh, interesting attaching... Okay, the Ignition Energy. But this gets discarded at the end of your turn, so... They must be... Right? Oh, they have a Lily. Okay, so they're hoping to hit Rare Candy. They're hoping to hit Rare Candy Greninja. And they play but probably 4 Rare Candy, 4 Ultra Balls, so... Not unlikely to hit it. A decent chance that they will hit it. I'm gonna hope that they don't, though. Oh, no, choosing a new pose. Okay! Cool, they did not hit it. Or else this one would have come up. Nice! Okay then, do I want to go for a boss? Probably go for a boss and try and chase the Pidgeotto. Nice. I feel like Pidgeotto is the best kill here. We know they in hand don't have Rare Candy that. They might have the Pidgeotto. Attach that there. I like getting the tails when I don't need them. It saves up my heads for when I do need them. It's not actually how it works, but it's how it works in my head. How it works in my head. And I have Vessel next turn to get Darkness Energy. Get rid of the Cornerstone. And grab Darkness Energy for my monkey. They do get to flip the script draw, which you know is good for them, but I think it's better to get rid of the Geoda. Or they can have a Pidgeot and just have whatever free draw they want. Although I think their Greninja attack allows them, yeah, when they just search their deck. Tool Scrapper, that's fine. It sucks, but that's fine. Okay, so we either have to attach an energy or bump the stadium. I wonder if they play the Tool Scrapper specifically for the goggles. Like, is that their main thing they're wanting to counter with it? Because I can't imagine Bravery Charms come up that often for their math. It might, though. Because 170, 170, that's 340, so, you know. Ooh, an Iono, too. So bye-bye Gear, bye-bye Mist Energy. Maybe we'll just hit the stadium this way, though. Nope, but we do hit Penny. And I don't hate the idea of pinning Joltik out and putting down this other Kangaskhan just to start working on it. I have energy to attach. We'll still run Aaron first, see if we can't hit Stadium Bump. But yeah. Yeah. I'm feeling okay right now. I don't know why Psyduck's on their bench, unless they're running to it. I mean, without my protective goggles, you don't really ever need more than a couple Froakies, so this seems unnecessary, especially since you have energy there. You know I'm not going to clear multiple of them off the board. Crispin. I wish we could hit the stadium, but it's okay. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I probably shouldn't have benched them just yet, but whatever. Get another Tails out of the way. Because, I mean, Greninja's also 310. That's gonna be a 2 coin flips if we have damage that we can put over 4 first. So, I mean, our big hope is to just get some damage that we can put on Fez. But again, right now, 170 is minus to 110. So we do survive it with our Bouffalants. We at least take 1, even with weakness. But if they get a Mirage Barrage, where they get to do 120 to my opponent's Pokemon, don't apply weakness or resistance. Well, but it curly walls, so if they attack the booth will survive it. We should be okay. I don't know if they're bossing to attack. I still have Latias, so you can't trap anything in the active. I put down the air balloon just because I didn't need it anywhere else, but you're not trapping anything in the active. Yes. Unless you play like a corner Pokemon, and I don't think you do. Grab the Latias. Okay. He resists fighting, so if you get your attack off, you're not even getting that. They might not be getting their attack. Another Froakie? Maybe they don't play the Dusk line. Yeah, they are Ultra Balling for something. This person is having a rough time. This person is having a rough go. Would love to hit boss. Although, honestly, if I boss, I'd probably boss Fez to try and take 2 prizes. I don't even know if I care for chasing Pidgeotto, but I mean, I could. They only have a 2-card hand, but they do get to draw 3 off of whatever we kill. Oh, your boss. was really worth using. Okay, we do get the stadium bump, which is nice. Probably lilies. Probably a lilies and an attach. Because I don't need the energy here this turn, and I can get the darkness energy to later turn, and there's gonna be a chance they hit. So okay, so this is good for later. I don't want to give them Fez draw. I don't think it's worth it to give them Fez draw. And I don't think me going down to 3 prizes is worth anything. So, especially since they're not playing the Dust Skull line, I'm not going to make a prize card anywhere. I just don't want to give them draw. Okay, they are going to bump my stadium. They're going to grab Ignition and probably another Pokemon League headquarters. So my stadium gets bumped, so those are both my stadiums. But, shouldn't matter that much. Oh, where they play Grand Tree. I wasn't expecting the Grand Tree. That fixes things for them. But I don't think that allows them to get Pidgeot. Yeah, because they can search for a stage 1 that evolves from their basic. And then they can search for a stage 2 that evolves from that stage 1. Pidgeotto's a stage 1. So they can only Grand Tree the Froakies, which they failed for some reason. So Frogadier is either in hand or prized. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm also going to bump their stadium, which they might not like. I feel like at that point, though, we just kill the Pidgeotto then, right? No, I think we chase the Fez. I think we're still going to chase the... I think we're going to chase the Fez. Because again, they don't have 3 cards in hand. I don't want to give them more draw. I was like, we need a heads no matter what, if that's plus 30 or plus 40. Or plus 30 or still just a 210. But now they have to waste the energy to retreat it. I don't know how much energy they play. Yeah, they get another. That's fine. If they punch me, I can always push 30 over and can take a 2-prize turn, potentially. Or a 4-prize turn, potentially. You silly goose. How many boss have I used now? 2? I just don't want to give them Fez draw. But, I mean, giving them Fez draw could allow me to kill this at some point, so you know what, sure. If they get going, I could get damage on myself to be able to move across. So, I'm not upset about it, I guess. Because there's a world where if I get damage on myself, I could boss, like, one of these Froakies they don't evolve and push 40 damage. Oh, we're Battle Cage, never mind, I can't push any more damage. I was expecting another, thing to make it harder for me to attack, and they just try and kill my main king is gone. Nations, that's fine. I think I care about energy switch. Yeah, that's fine. Like, I mean, if you're playing Machinations at this point, it's because you don't have any, you have a dead hand. I'm honestly so surprised that this person is still here. Like, I'm just so surprised that this person is still here. With how much their deck is bricked, but you know what? Sure. I probably should have grabbed the darkness and just went ahead and attached to Kangas in case they do kill this and then play League headquarters. But again, I don't think they can kill this without getting rid of my booths. Without playing like Watchtower. We'll see. We'll see what they can work out. They do finally get their Pidgeot. Is it enough? Is it enough for them to start taking some prizes? Are they able to make something happen? Or will they fall back? Will they fall apart? They do have a giant hand now, another rare candy, so they do get a Greninja. But again, their Shinobi Blade is only hitting for 170. 170 minus 60 due to the booth length. They're punching for 110. 110 hits 220. 220 is what they're attacking for. So I mean, like, they probably want to target a booth. And they could Mirage Barrage, but again, that's 120 to them. And the Zag does 120 damage. It's not 120 damage counter, so they still take 60 less if they try and target both of these. They only each take 60. Or again, they'll each take 60. Unless they Mirage Barrage, they could kill Monkey, but Monkey doesn't matter because Battle Cage is inactive. So I genuinely don't know what their play is here, and they're attacking, so I just have game. Okay, so it did hit for 180. That's interesting. I do want to look at the log for that and see why it hits for 180. Because I assumed the math was different, but Curly Wall minus 60, weakness to 120. Does this give them more damage? No, I'm curious how they got the damage there then. I'll look at the post game. I don't want to just keep this person sitting. I grab boss off the prizes, so I've had game in hand. And we just hit things for 400. That's so funny. We could have just killed the Greninja if I knew I was going to be flipping that well. Yeah, because it should have been 120 minus. Use Mirage Barrage on Wisty Booplant for 180 damage. Oh, interesting. So normally, because of weakness, it would be 240. But weakness doesn't take into account the minus. Which I would think it would. I wonder if that's a bug or if I'm not understanding how weakness would work. Because I'm assuming how I understand how weakness would work is the attack is minused and then its weakness is 2 times the attack. But the way this is claiming it to be is weakness is 2 times the attack, and even if that's minused out, you still take that damage. So this is saying I would have taken 240, but this is minus down to 60 damage due to Curly Wall, so I took 60 damage. But then I'm weak to it, so I take double the attack, so I took... Huh. Interesting. Well, no, it wouldn't be 120 more. Am I just misunderstanding math? No, it would be 120 more. That's interesting, yeah. Hey, that is an interaction I was unsure how it would work. I'm gonna let Percy out really quick. Yeah, that was an interaction. I didn't know that that's how that would work. I guess that kind of makes sense, but I also don't know if that is how that works. Pokémon TCG. How does weakness work with Curly Wall? Yeah, Curly Wall can only be applied twice. Okay, so I didn't know how that damage worked. Yeah, that is good to know. That is good to know. All right, we'll play probably one more Joltik Kanga, and then I want to play some Zard Owl just to get an idea of it. Play around with it, see how it plays. which I believe is a deck that wants to go first. I want to go second, though. Yeah, with Joltik Kanga. Joltik Kanga. I've also been playing off-stream a lot of City Skylines. That's what I've been playing the last couple days. Building up a new city. This isn't a great opening hand, because I have no energy and I have no Arven. I have Crispin, which gives me... So, I mean, in the worst case, I Crispin and get 2 energy onto Kangaskhan. So if I top deck, like, Trolley, not terrible, you know? If I top deck Trolley, not terrible. But if I don't top deck Trolley, then, you know, it's whatever. We'll still run Aaron, see what we get. We can see 3 cards next turn, which is pretty nice. There's sadly no way for us to accelerate 3 energy. So unfortunately, even if they just have Kangaskhan, I can't attack. A second monkey. Psychic energy. Gardevoir potentially? We hit the Joltik, but I have no way to get this out of active. I get 1 boof, but I don't get a second boof. Alright, do your worst. I at least get to attack next turn, assuming I still get energy into my hand. I could get Iono'd, but I mean, we play enough energy that we'll most likely hit energy off of an Iono and a Run Aaron. But it's a Lily, so our hand stays the same. I'm okay with our hand, because we do at least have 1 boof, so maybe off the Run Aaron I can maybe even hit an S-Ball. Okay, Gardevoir. I was pretty sure it was Gardevoir because it's 2 monkey and psychic energy, but then you see Clefairy and you're like, okay, this is Gardevoir. Ultra roll the 2 energy away for... Do they want to get a Ralts down, or are they getting like a Jellicent down? Fluttermane! Ooh! Fluttermane just shuts off active abilities, right? Yeah. So no Run Aaron for me. We're just living off the top deck then. Again, at least I do get an energy attachment. Good punch, maybe from you? Yeah. Then do they have an attachment? They do have an attachment. So they get to restart for 2, which is pretty nice. They're hoping to get a Buddy Poff and get some Ralts going. I hope they whiff the Ralts. Double Ralts! And we know they drew both Ralts. We knew Ralts wasn't in hand, because if it was in hand, they would have played it down so they could have restarted for 3. Oh, what a terrible top deck. And then we don't get to Run Aaron because Fluttermane's inactive, so we'll just attach for turn. We will put... I don't want to put the booth down. I don't really want to put the booth down because it doesn't help me. It's just something they can target, they can boss up. I already did an attachment for turn, so do I even want to play Crispin? We might as well play Crispin. We might as well play Crispin. I don't have a Fez. They get whatever cards in hand. Potential restart as well, but no, we know whatever they have in hand is not a basic Pokemon because they would have played it down again before the restart. I mean, I guess it could be a Fez, but it could also be like an S-Ball. Well, no, again, because they would have S-Balled for Ralts, so I don't know what's in hand. But they do get to restart for minimum 1 card. Hoping their hand... Oh, stretcher for the Fluttermane. I was going to say, hoping their hand is like... Ultra Ball energy. Okay. Sounds pretty... They restarted for 2 cards. Oh, and it was probably Vessel energy. So yeah, right now we know they have 2 energy in hand. No, they have 1 energy in hand because they did that. Okay, this kind of sucks that we still can't use our Run Aaron ability. But I will take Arvin. I will take Arvin. Thank you very much, good sir. Thank you very much, good sir. I think just 2 monkeys. Yeah, I think this is what I want. I don't think I want Latias down. I mean, I guess there's a world where I could put 2 Latias down, but since most Darkness Energy are in here, I don't think I'm too concerned with them getting stuck and active. Yeah, I think this is okay. That there. That there. Do I need Lively Stadium right now? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Oh. Wrong button. Reached over and accidentally swapped the scene. Grass Energy. If we can't reach Darkness Energy, nice to have just to attach to Kanga. I mean, it's got to be Mew push here, because I mean, that's just a free retreat into anything. 2 cards in hand, we know at least one of those is Psychic Energy, which they could attach this turn just to free up for the restart. Hello, my opponent, are you still there? Bitch really had to think. You really had to think. Is Mew what we want to promote? Ultra Ball, what a good Ultra Ball. For Fez, they play down Fez, restart for 3, flip the script for 3, 6 cards in hand. What a great pair, what a great combo. Great combo. They've used a couple Ultra Balls now, haven't they? They've used 3 Ultra Balls now. I'm kind of surprised they didn't bring up a Boof. Okay, Iono is kind of okay. The only thing I really loved about my hand was Energy and Jumbo. And we do hit Energy and we hit Balloon. Don't really need Balloon. Although this guy is kind of stuck, but we can Arvin. So we're okay here. We're okay here. Are you just putting Rolts inactive because you don't have anything else? You're gonna go for a collect? Collecting, you're drawing cards! Wow! Didn't think I'd see the day! Alright. I do like Boss, but unfortunately we can't use it. I was hoping to hit maybe Energy Switch. But I mean, I'll just Arvin for Energy Switch. Oh, we can still attack this turn. Do I even want to attack this turn and give them Fez draw? Not really. I think I really want to give them Fez draw. If I was at 5 prizes, maybe, but I mean, they have a 9-card hand, but I don't think I want to give them an even better hand. What's up, Xavier? Whiz Cleveland. Just whiz, just whiz. I feel like I could top 8 a regional with how Zoro feels. I love that for you. I'm glad that you have the faith in the deck. I don't have the faith in the deck, but I'm glad you do. Although again, as long as you have a good deck, any deck can top 8 a regional. As long as you, and this is not me talking about anyone's ability. Any deck can top 8 a regional, assuming that it is a well-crafted deck that's going to do well in the meta, and they get lucky. Like Typhlosion could top 8 a regional if every round they just hit Goldango. But I don't think that's going to happen. Be kind of funny if it did, though. Just another clay. See, that's why I was hoping. That's why I wanted to be able to boss and energy switch in the same turn. And it paid off. Okay, we don't have to energy switch. Great, because I didn't want to energy switch if I didn't have to. Because now I just killed a Mew. Take free 2 prizer. I know they have the Fez, but I can't control that, and they have both monkeys online. So I don't want to give that. I don't want to do that to myself. So we'll just take the free Mew. Although I don't know if you've seen the... and again, none of the... Dude, stop the heads. Stop the heads. I don't need to do 400 damage to Mew. I don't know if you've seen the stuff. And again, who knows how true it is. But it seems likely with when it's been scheduled that the next set will release after Ascended Heroes. But the set after it looks like is going to release at the end of March, which means it would be legal around like April 10th, which typically a new set coming legal is when rotation happens. So rotation, we were kind of guessing, me and my group were guessing it was going to happen like the Orlando Regional was going to be the day of rotation. Now it's kind of looking like rotation will happen after the Orlando Regional. So I feel like if that is the case, I can at the very least day 2, because I feel really good with Dango right now. I've been enjoying playing it, and I feel like just good with the deck. No matter how it's going to change between now and then, the basis of the deck is there. And I don't really look too far in advance about rotation, but just because that was the next regional I was going to, I was like, okay, rotation will probably happen. I'll have to figure out whatever deck I'm playing when it gets closer, blah, 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 blah. But the fact that it might not, kind of cool. I own it too. That's fine. We'll hit everything we need. No, we didn't. But imagine if we did. Okay, actually, though, if they do kill this, they're probably looking to get Screamtail out. But, I mean, they've used up a lot of resources. Stuff Stretchers. 4 cards in deck is very funny. I know they're super rotting here, but after an Iono to 4 cards in deck is kind of funny. The thing with Dango is you really are matchup based, so you can never be too confident. I disagree. I think Goldango has majorly good matchups. What matchups would you say Dango isn't super confident with? How much can they hit with the Screamtail? 1. If they get down a Bravery Charm, without a Bravery Charm, it's just 160. 120 is what it looked like. Probably killing my monkey with an energy. And within a matchup, you can't troll as much as like Guardians were when they had a bad matchup. I don't know. I don't know that I. Interesting. Why? They were already hitting 120. What are they trying to stay out of range of there? A 30 HP range? I have no way to put damage. I don't know what they're trying to stay out of range of there. Interesting. Interesting. I do want to shuffle because they put like energy switch and stuff at the bottom of the deck. And Luna stuff, so I want to get that up. We'll just attach return and pass back to them, because now they're only punching 50, which I guess is enough to do that, because it's pretty damn. I don't know. Terrabox. Yeah, Terrabox is pretty mid at best. Typhlosion, we'll get to Surledge last. Typhlosion is also pretty mid at best. So you're absolutely not going to see Typhlosion doing... You're not going to see Typhlosion or Terrabox really doing too well in a regional. Just because they... I mean, they're mid. Cornerstone, you've tech for Cornerstone. Cornerstone is not a problem. Either Mega Mawile or Lopunny. So those are easy. It takes them minimum... Or it could take them maximum 3 turns to set up their Cornerstone if they're not playing some version of Energy Acceleration. Most decks these days have a version of Energy Acceleration. But then Goldango, if I'm playing the Mega Mawile version, I'm also playing something with Energy Acceleration. So I'm not super concerned with that. Okay, so that is... Do we attach Retreat there? I mean, I guess we have to, right? Can I give them another turn? I mean, I could attach energy here. I could attach energy here and move 30 damage. but it doesn't knock them off. And I guess that's why they want to slowly add up damage. Now let's just retreat, because then that also allows me to jumbo ice cream. Maybe we'll hit something off the Aaron that's worth it. And then we'll just heal. We tech for the cornerstone, so I'm not too concerned about that. And then Surledge is the only one I will give you from those set of 4. But Surledge, the matchup with Surledge is, it's all dependent more so on your opponent than us, which you could say that for most. I don't know why I was trying to collect 2 prize cards there. Jelly Guardy isn't that bad either. Jelly Guardy's never been terrible, especially depending on what your cornerstone tech is. And I would argue Mega Mawile is just the better, especially with how prevalent Jelly Guardy is. You just play Mega Mawile. Play Mega Mawile with a TM Turbo Energize. And just eat. Jelly Guardy players know what they're doing now. You get cooked. Jelly Guardy players have been knowing what they've been doing for a while now. I'm not saying it's not a bad matchup. I'm not saying Goldango is as favored as maybe they were favored like 4 months ago. But I don't think it's as bad a matchup as, to the point where you couldn't be, I wouldn't say ever be overconfident. I'd say overconfidence is going to make anyone do poorly at any event. But I don't think it's to the point where it is something you have to be overly unconfident about, if that makes sense. But Surledge is just very much, if you can take the first 2 prize cards, and then you can try and play around the legacy energy. So, but I mean, especially at a regional best of 3, they're going to have a little bit of an easier time being able to play around the, legacy energy of it all. Again, it's favored for Surledge for sure. Not saying it's not favored, but there are some ways to try and play around it. I think we do want to, I mean, we could flip heads here and be flip 2 heads here and be fine, but I think we do want to try and Lily and try and play for the next turn. We could Penny here, but I don't think Penny earns us a whole lot. Lively earns us a little bit more. In a world where you tech for Cornerstone, hit no jank, and Jelly Guardy's favored, then you're right. Easy. But we're not teching for Cornerstone is what you should be doing anyways if Cornerstone is going to be prevalent. Cornerstone ebbs and flows. I feel like we went a while with Cornerstone not being, everyone was playing Cornerstone, and then everyone started teching for Cornerstone, so then Cornerstone kind of went away for a little bit, and now we're back with Cornerstone being here. But the thing is, the tech with Mega Mawile is not just a tech for Cornerstone. Mega Mawile is a tech for Cornerstone and for Jelly Guardy. And Jelly Guardy is always going to be on the table. So it's not really a tech for it is a tech for Cornerstone, but it's a 2-pronged tech. So just do it and you're going to be fine. It's okay into Jelly Guardy. How much have you played the matchup? It's pretty good. Again, Jelly Guardy's still potentially favored. But I think I don't think it's a clear 50-50. I think Jelly Guardy's still just more, because Guardy is just favored into literally everything. Guardy is favored into every deck because Guardy is just Guardy. They don't play Devo anymore. They changed the game plan. Devo wasn't part of the conversation anyways. I don't think Devo it was ever good with Guardy into Goldango. I think the only time Devo is good is with like Grim. Because I don't think Guardy gets enough energy moving around for it to ever matter. Especially because most Dango decks are still playing Picnic Basket to heal 30 damage. So by the time you set up enough damage to Devo, which again is why they aren't playing it anymore, but I don't think that was ever part of the conversation. I don't know. I'm not saying that, again, because there is also... data speaks for itself. You can go look at the majority of tournaments recently. I think of all the recent tournaments, Goldango has maybe won one of them. Maybe. I don't even think it has. Oh, it won Gdansky, but I think that's the only thing that Goldango has actually won recently. So again, I'm not saying that Goldango is great. I mean, it is. It's pretty good. I'm not saying Goldango is going to win whatever it goes to, but I'm saying I feel confident I could easily snag a day 2 with it in hand. As much as I would like to attach, my hope is that we can hit Trolley. So I'm just gonna 8 cards. Hopefully we'll hit Trolley. Sure won't, but we do hit double Nest Ball. We will hit double Nest Ball, which is basically Trolley. That's like basically Trolley. If I can't penny this, Bravery Charm might be better off on the Joltik. Trying to think my math, because 200 damage here plus a 130. Minus stat is 140 plus the 130. They do survive that, but I mean, this is just a 1 prize. I don't think I'm too concerned about the 1 prize. I don't think I'm too concerned about them taking just 1 prize off of damage here. I might be. I might take that. I might eat my words later. Day 2 Vegas Jelly Guardian went 29-11-4 into Dango, just to back up my argument. I don't think many of them were playing. Give me just a second. Let me double check some things here. Because I think there's a reason why that was. But again, to my point of data there, I know Joltik isn't going to win. I'm not saying that I'm going to win Orlando with Joltik. Not Joltik, with Goldango. I just think I could easily make day 2 just because I've played the deck for so long. I just feel confident in the deck. And I think that's one of the biggest things, is being confident in the deck. I don't think many of them were playing... Okay, the 10th place list played... The 12th place list play. Okay, I don't think a lot of them were playing Mega Mawile. I don't think people were realizing how good Mawile. That's the other data I would like to see. How many of those Dangos were playing Mawile? Because I don't think a lot of them were. So you have to also think a lot of people were more... Which they had to be playing some sort of Cornerstone tech, because so much Absol Box was around then. I think a lot of them were playing the Cramorant. Yeah, there was a lot of Cramorant play there. I don't know. Curious. We'll draw 2 in gear. Would like to get Trolley. We know Trolley's in there. Trolley Charm. Alright, we have Boof prize, Boof in hand. Last spot is Boof. Boof. Seems like a third of them, third had. Interesting. But yeah, I do feel like, do we want to put Mist on a Boof? Sure. Especially with a Boof prize, try and keep as many Boofs survived as long as I can. I don't know that I care about the Joltik. Because my goal is to penny the Joltik. My goal is to penny the Joltik, and I think I'm banking, which I mean I guess it could have been better on the Joltik because then I get the pit missed back anyways. I think I'm banking on them not getting the attack this turn and trying to stay with just giving me one prizers and try and get their board set up. Because if they get energy on this one and attack with me with this turn, there's a world where I flip 3 heads and they lose all of their energy. Obviously, they still have Neo Upper, but I think they want to try and get more energy established. So honestly, I think best play that they do is they put up a do down and they Itchy Pollen me. Or maybe they attack and they try and get... But I mean, they don't have a lot of draw power except for just the one, so I'm also hoping on that. They might want to try and get a Duskull going, because I think they do need Dusk for this. Because best case, I can penny this up and get down the other Mega Kangaskhan and start building energy on it, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, and again, I'm not saying... I'm still saying that, or they just missed up the... Counterculture up the booth with Mist and then just... kill it. I still don't think that Goldango's as favored into Jelly Guardians as they used to. I just think I feel confident with Goldango into that. But who knows? I might not end up playing it. I mean, Orlando Regional is 5 months away. And so much of the game could change by then. So much of the meta shift could happen. So I'm not too concerned one way or another. Right now. As soon as ladder resets, I'm gonna be up there in the 1800s. I both wish you luck for that and feel bad for you for that. Because up around like 1720, I feel like it takes forever to get a match anymore. You like wait like 10 minutes and you play the same person you just played. Yeah, Duskull. Lock in big for Toronto. I assume you are running Zoro to Toronto then. Which one is that? That's January 17th. So no change in format by then. Still format that we're on right now. I wish you luck at it. I think after this game, I'm gonna play I at least want to play a couple games with the Charizard Owl. I don't know if it's a deck I super care to get big into, but just because we're seeing it, I like to play decks that make appearances so I can be prepared for it. Okay, they are gonna go for the attack here. And again, they might take out the Joltik, but they might be more interested in getting damage onto... Well, no, I honestly... If they attack here, I think their best bet is to drop 6 damage onto Joltik. I think that might honestly be best, is drop 6 damage onto Joltik. And not give me any damage counters to work with. Because if they give me any damage counters, I just need to get Darkness Energy. I can push over, and now I only need 2 heads instead of 3 heads. Which I mean is still not a given, but it's easier to get 2 heads than it is to get 3. That's what I always say. That's what I always say. Which we still have, what, 2 regionals to announce? Or 2 NA regionals, I should say, to announce. Because Orlando is the only one on there. I think it's 2 more to be announced. We'd like to see another East Coast one. Yeah, I don't think that's good. They do the penny. Our other booth is prized, so I do need Night Stretcher to keep my Bouffalant on. And again, I would really like to penny the Joltik, but if we can't do that this turn, Um... I was hoping to just hit the energy or the thing. Because there's a world where we just crispen darkness energy. Lily is a risk. I think we charm the Joltik just to keep it secret, keep it safe, but I think they're gonna chase down that. I mean, grabbing the Arven, is it more important to reestablish the boof? I think it's more important to reestablish the boof, only taking 140 here, and just hoping we hit 3 heads, which is a lot to hope for. But I think it is more important to just hope for the boof, and then we'll have ice cream if they don't reset the hand. Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be a bit more important. Protect us. Protect us here. No place I need to attach energy. Which they are setting this up so that way they can punch this and drop 60 here. Try and take some prize mapping that way. I don't think blue matters. I'm just doing this in case we get Iono, just to get it out of hand. Yeah. Let's see if we hit 3 heads. 3 heads would be crazy. No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna go see what Percy's barking about while they do their turn. What have they done? It's a recon, and I don't think I don't think this is right. We'll see where they put it. I mean, actually, if they put it here and then Hawlucha to clear the booth, that'd be kind of crazy. They could actually do a big prize here. Big, take 1, go down to 4. Jamming Tower, put 3, go down to 3. Punch 200 here. I don't know what, they don't need Hawlucha for that. I don't know why I was thinking they had 110 when I was literally looking at their math. Yeah, so now they can punch 200 for free. They do need to get another energy attachment happening here if they don't have, if like Neo isn't available to them. But I do go down to 4 here, which is nice. So we need to start concerning ourselves with getting a Mega Kangaskhan set up. This guy we just killed this next turn. They attach there so they can move 30 damage. Move 30 Jamming Tower. Okay, they're going to boss kill here. Ooh. Spicy. Jamming Tower gives them a free prize here. They don't have game this turn, but... Okay, now just with the 60 dive, they actually get this if they really want to chase 3 prizes. Go down to 1 prize, boss for game. We could be looking at a boss for game. Boss Neo for game, rather, because, I mean, they also need to get energy here. Because 200 kills this. Yeah, since we missed, definitely would have been better there. It's because I was hoping we could Kenny. We should have just attached the mist there. If we didn't know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we were going to be able to. None of that's super helpful. Setting up another Kangaskhan doesn't really matter. don't think this 10 damage matters here enough to want to, like, penny it. Just clear all the damage off the board. I know I could have put the 10 here, but I just want all damage just removed from the board. Where were these heads last time, game? Where were these heads last time? There's my booth. They're hitting for full damage here. They do get a Neo, or they do get a Recon. I mean, all they need is Hilda. Hilda is game. No, Hilda is not game. Because they would need Boss. They need Neo Upper, Night Stretcher, Ultra Ball, Dragapult. 3 different ways to get Dragapult. And then they need Boss. And they still have potentially 1 Boss. Most tend to play either a 2-2, 2 Boss, 2 Counter Catcher, or 2 Boss, 3 Counter Catcher. So they still have at least another Boss up their sleeve. But is it this final prize card? Or is it at the bottom of the deck? I don't know. They have multiple ways they can win the game. But they do need a decent amount of cards to get there. So the hope is that they don't get there. I probably should have just kept the... I should have kept the damage. I don't think the 10 damage ever matters. Just in case we could have done something. Because if they miss it this turn, we easily would have had it. I don't know. Let's see what they do. I think there's a world where, honestly, we, interesting. And go for, well, no, Gust wouldn't matter here. They wouldn't want to use their Gust right now to try and, like, trap Booth. They do get Neo Upper. Okay. They just need Pult, Gust, or even Energy, Gust would have gotten them there. Or not even, yeah, Energy and, okay, they do Hilda, so they aren't Gusting this turn. Are they going to attack? My hand stays the same, and my active stays inactive. Interesting. Interesting. What are they gonna do? I think Dragapult inactive is... No way. Why would you Phantom Dive here? What? I have a Monkey online. And I have like a 7-card hand and I get to draw 2. Why would you potentially give me game? They are giving me game. But why would they have, like, I have such a high potential of having Boss in hand or easy, like, finding a Boss. That's such a crazy thing to do. Why would you potentially give me game like that? I do think putting Dragapult in active was the correct choice, but I think they should have put Dragapult in active past. Maybe they didn't have a way to get Gust. Maybe they were never going to get Gust. I mean, putting Dragapult in active, I still needed to flip 3 heads to get there. But I think that's better than giving me the damage I need to take game. I think that was incorrect of them. But there's a world where I could easily lift it. Alright, let's try out this Charizard deck for a couple games. It's been a while since I've played a Noctowl deck, so don't make fun of me when I use a Noctowl without a Terra. Although I did have that happen to me last night. I played a game last night before bed, and the person opened. I think they opened like Fez, and their board by their second turn was Charmander, Fan Rotom, Noctowl, Pidgey. Fez was inactive. And again, their bench was Charmander, Charmander, Fanrotom, Hoot, Pidgey, and then they evolved a Noctowl. And it didn't work because Noctowl requires a Terra Pokemon in play. So then they, the next turn, they rare candied their Charmander, and then they played the Noctowl to get out the Area Zero. It's very funny. Okay, so 2 counts of Area Zero. 2 counts of Area Zero, 2 Pidgey, a 1/1 Pidgey. Of the 2 different, because the Call for Family. Does that ever matter? Would it just be better to have 2 Call for Families? I don't know. Because obviously you want the 60 HP to try and stay out of range like Dragon Bolts, but I don't know that it matters enough to not just play 2 Call for Families. But again, I haven't played this deck enough. Klefki is here to make sure Psyduck doesn't turn off our Dusk Noirs. I actually got attacked by this last night because I was playing the Joltik thing, and they actually jousted and got rid of my Bravery Charm, and I was like, what? How dare you? How dare you? Prime Catcher, 1 Stretcher. Alright, let's see how this goes. Probably poorly. Probably poorly, but let's find out. Let's find out. What are your thoughts about Kanga Booth in general? I really like the deck because it's fun. I like decks that are fun. I think it's a fun deck. And I honestly think it does pretty decent. I'm gonna go first with this. I think it does pretty decent, all things considered. Like, it has some decent matchups, and the fact that the Bouffalant allows you to fix some of your damage does allow it to do well against a lot of the big meta decks. You are very reliant on flipping heads, but Monkey Dory damage can help you in a lot of those places, like how I just used it to move 10 damage, kill Latias for game, which is pretty cool. I played a lot of the Turbo Energized build until like 2 days ago when I saw the Joltik build. I think I like the Joltik build better because the Joltik build feels more reliable, because in the Joltik build, assuming your energy isn't prized or in hand poorly, at the end of your second turn, or at the end of your first turn going second, you can have 2 Kangaskhan's on bench, both with 2 energy on them. And you can, a really good board state is Joltik inactive, 2 Kangaskhan's with 2 energy apiece on them, 2 Bouffalants, and a Monkey Dory, and it feels so good. So I really like the Joltik build. I haven't, played a ton of it other than just a few days, so maybe in a few days I'll be like, that was awful. Whoever thought that would be a good idea? Right now I think it's pretty good. Is a Pidgey prized or a Pidgey in hand? A Pidgey in hand is 2 Pidgeys prized. We'll probably Nest Ball for the Charmander. Or actually, we need to Nest Ball for the... We have a Hoot Hoot. I think we actually need to Nest Ball for the Terrapagos. I do have, if my hand stays the same when I do that, that's kind of cool. It's kind of chill. But with Terrapagos, I could get... with Terrapagos, I could get Charizard online. Or not Charizard, Pidgeotto online. Pidgeotto online. Grab you for sure. You. I don't know, this is my first time playing this deck, so this could also all be the worst way to play this. This could be terrible. I could be doing all the wrong things. Although I feel like this is probably a pretty good matchup. Do I want to attach return here? Do I want to attach return here? Dude, I would thumbs down myself as well. I don't disagree with your thumbs down. I don't know where I want energy at here. I mean, this has to be energied at some point to get out of the way, so I think we just attach energy there and pass. Or triple stab. Just kidding. We went first. But yeah, I really like the Joltik build. I think it's really fun, and I like it better than the Turbo Energized build because you are less reliant on hitting Arven. We did it last game I set up with just, I opened 2 nest balls and actually I think I lilied into 2 nest balls. And I opened Kangaskhan, so I nest balled for Joltik and nest balled for Latias, and then retreated into the Joltik and was able to set up. Whereas, had I been turbo energizing, I whiffed the Arven for sure because I had to Lily, and there's a chance I could have whiffed the turbo energize itself. Plus, you could be that's one more piece you need unprized. And if your opponent plays like a jamming tower and you go second and they jamming tower turn 1 because they're expecting the turbo energize, then you have to also hit your stadium. So I like the Joltik build. Guardy Jelly. Okay, so we will be item locked, which is okay. I actually don't know what I guess knocked out for Dawn. Okay, well, never mind. I was gonna say knocked out for Dawn feels pretty good. Or just put Dawn in my hand. Just put Dawn in my hand. Trying to think my long-term strategy then. Because we can never get Pidgeot online because we don't play a Pidgeotto. But I mean, we definitely Dawn for at least Charmeleon. Because that's more so what I was thinking. I was like, we need to start working towards Charmeleon. But we could still Noctowl for... and also grab another Charmander. And... Noctowl for another Charmander. Or Dawn for another Charmander. Noctowl for Area 0 to actually get it. We're playing Dawn for sure, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll put Charizard in hand. We just grab a full line. I would like to get a Duskull, but I don't think I needed that much because we already hit for weakness. My hand's pretty dead. We'll Noctowl for Area 0 and maybe Rare Candy. We obviously can't use Rare Candy, we just put it in hand. So I don't know if anything else is worth it. Or actually put Iono in hand for next turn. Yeah. Put Fan Rotom active. Play Noctowl. No Stadium stopping us from it. Iono, Area 0. Throw. If we went under item lock, I'd probably Noctowl and try and get like a Duskull or something out. I think we just punch for 70 and hope for the best. Gives them damage to move around, but I don't think it's damage that matters. But it could be. But I'm just trying to think, get rid of that. I really like too. I was testing it with Festival Ground. It's still lively. Airy for the Dango matchup. Not sure if it's worth it. That's my thing with Airy is you never know if it's going to be worth it. I mean, with Dango, you're like, okay, you have a hand of 30 cards. I'm probably going to find some item to get rid of. But is it a better supporter to use? I don't know. It could be. Argue me why Festival Ground is good, because I did see Festival Ground was in it. And obviously I see the power of Festival Ground to remove like confusion on yourself or like a burn on yourself. But tell me why you think Festival Ground is better than the Mist Energy. There isn't a wrong answer here. I genuinely want to know from someone who's been playing the Festival Ground. It's fair to get right. And that's why I'm like, I don't know, between that and Mist Energy, because I like Lively Stadium so much. But Lively Stadium can sometimes hurt you because now you're turning that Mew from having 180 to 210, and now you have to flip the heads to kill it. I don't know. Charizard boss? Noctowl for boss, right? We punch 180, 360, right? I'm not stupid, right? I should have grabbed boss instead of Iono last turn, but I didn't know that they were gonna do all that. It's gotta be. That's gotta be the play, right? That's gotta be the play, right? Right? We also at some point need to try and super out some stuff back. Tropicos is still here, and Zard. We have 2 Terras. 2 Terras. I don't know. I don't super love this. Actually, probably Dawn. No. Because, I mean, they're just going to keep us under item lock, and then we'll punch again. I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't know. This might be chasing the prizes that we don't need to be chasing. Snowy Mountain, is that the one that puts damage counters out for when you place energy? No, or that's Calamity. I'm gonna Google what Snowy Mountain is. Snowy Mountains. I need to specify Pokemon TCG. Whenever a player attaches an energy card that isn't basic, non-water. Yeah, put 2 damage counters. Yeah. I mean, I honestly see that. Oh, it's Clam and a Snowy Mountain. Okay. I was like, that's Calamity, right? It's the same card. No, I don't hate that either. For, again, the same reason of getting damage down that your monkey can use, and also to hurt their damage, or their, overall HP to make it a little bit easier on you. Alright, it's why we just need 70 card decks. That's the real thing wrong with Pokemon. We need 70 card decks. Just kidding. We don't need 70 card decks. That would be horrendous. Counter catcher. Why are we counter catchering? Because it's the right thing to do. I don't think Bravery Charm is correct there. Because I'm hitting you for weakness, so the Bravery Charm does nothing on Mew. I think you definitely need that on other stuff. Oh, hey, what do I know? They're gonna go for... No, okay, maybe not. I was like, are they gonna go for a Mind Bend? But you have Latias, so... You didn't need the energy to retreat. You didn't need the energy for retreating, so I don't know what that was all about. Any card that'll allow multiple stadiums in play. No, I need a card that allows me to always flip heads. I mean, this Pidgey's kind of just on the bench. Because there's not... I've just been under item lock this whole time. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh, that wasn't. I was like, yeah, I could hit Jet Energy. So that's why I was hoping to hit Jet Energy. Which is why I didn't attach the energy, because I only have one fire energy in deck right now. I was hoping to hit Jet Energy to... I was going to pull up Fan Roton and Punch, was the plan. Wasn't going to put Charizard up there. Bye-bye, Pidgey. But I mean, again, I'm under item lock, so I don't really care that Pidgey dies. I mean, I do care. I would have loved to keep you... I would have loved to have been able to use Pidgey, but... nothing we can do about it. And they're definitely not going to not attack with Frillish. They pick up there. Latias? I feel like you have an 8-card hand. I feel like Mew. But again, these are just 2 heavy weaknesses. Jet Energy Boss. How many boss do I play? I only play 2 bosses. Prime Catcher. I actually don't know if Prime Catcher's prized or not. I think it might be prized. I remember seeing it. It might be prized. They've used one of their Adrenal Brains. 30 damage maybe to the Fan Rotom to start working it down. Maybe to the Charizard. Maybe they want to start working the Charizard down. But I don't see a world where they would. I don't know. They did take a knockout, so I do have Fez. I do have a Flip the Script online, but I don't know that I want to let Fez down. Like, Fez is just rough. If it doesn't work out, like, that's just an easy 2 prize for them to grab. But I mean, if it works out, it works out. Which, I mean, Prime Catcher doesn't matter anyways, because again, item lock. I think we gotta go Fez. We gotta go Fez. Shouldn't have went Fez. Shouldn't have went Fez. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. I do actually want to check though. 1 boss, because we used 1. Prime Catcher is prize, and we have 1 Jet Energy in deck. Okay. 1 Jet Energy in deck. Let me go see what Percy's barking. I unhooked the owl away. I was assuming they would. Not too surprised with the owl gone away. But, you know. Gotta hope it survives. No way they take a knockout here. So, Fez draw won't be online. We could top deck the Jet Energy, though. That'd be pretty nice. Pretty nice if we top deck the Jet Energy. Dawn works too. What would we even grab off Dawn? I mean, we would grab Knocked Owl. I'm trying to think what we would even grab off Knocked Owl. I think there's anything that we want off Knocked Owl. Because we were going to Knocked Owl for like... Wait, hold up a second. I don't think Knocked Owl buys us anything. Just hoping we would hit the Jet Energy. We're really hoping we were going to hit the Jet Energy. Maybe I screwed up there. Maybe there was something that Knocked Owl could have bought us. I don't think there is, though. I don't think Duskull is worth it. I don't think I want to give them a prize card. I don't think it buys me anything. Me taking a prize card would be good, but there's nothing that I can build up to in 2 turns. Putting 5 damage on anything isn't going to fix anything for me other than give them 5 damage to send right back over to my side of the field. How much more Psychic Energy do they have? 2 more? They can Adrenal Brain another 40 damage. And then they're out of energy. I mean, they could Turo Frillish and get all the energy back. Turo Frillish. That'd be kind of funny if they did, but I think they already used a Turo. Silver Lugia, welcome on in. Going pretty well. Trying out the Charizard Owl deck for the first time. And we have been trapped with Tropius for a minute. I definitely mismanaged some of my early energy. But we've just been under item lock for a year. It's a Jet Energy. Well, now do I even want to use it? Because then they just counter catcher me. And we give them all their energy back. Now they only have 1 energy. Because, I mean, if we use it, we kill the Frillish. That'd be grand. I need to wait when I can pair it with something else. I feel like we need to pair it with a boss. Because I feel like if we don't pair it with a boss, it's not worth anything. Okay. What have I missed math here that they're getting to do? They're obviously getting to something. They're getting to do something pretty cool here with Mew. Is Unified Beatdown worth it? Or because it's not Charizard, or is it a Cruel Arrow? 100 damage? That doesn't seem worth it. Unless they're going for Crown Opal, which definitely doesn't seem worth it. Because if I'm going to attack you, it's going to be with Charizard. So Crown Opal doesn't stop me from killing you with Charizard. I don't think it's worth removing item lock from me. I mean, obviously Burning Darkness could be decent, because they'd be doing... Because I've taken 2 prizes. Does that fix their math? Is that enough for them to kill? 180 plus 60, 240? No, they're off by 3, right? I think they're off by 3 with a genome hacking. Okay, they're just going to go for a Crown Opal, which I think does knock out. Yeah, does knock out. So they take 2 prizes. I think they just take game here, actually. I think they kept us under item lock for long enough that they do just have game. Because either I kill Mew and... I kill Mew and they just reset back up Mew. Because genome hacking Mew does do enough damage to kill, especially if I take 2 more prize cards. So I do think I do have to just kill Mew here. I think that is the only thing that I can do. Yeah. Yep. So I'm doing... And you know what? We'll Briar for fun. Oh, we shouldn't have Briar because that gives them Counter Catcher. I mean, but again, if they get that, I think they have game anyways. I think they have game anyways. But I definitely shouldn't have given them Counter Catcher there. That was really stupid. But yeah, they just get Mew set back up and they just kill. That was why I was like, Jet Energy the turn before, I don't think would have fixed anything for it. Actually, it would have. If we could, because then if we would have been on 3 prizes, but I mean, if they would have gotten that, then they would have just killed our Charizard last turn, because they probably have access to the boss or counter catcher. And that's just game. We were just under item lock for too long. This should be favored for us, but I also mismanaged energy early. I did so. Okay, what are you doing, bud? You already have the energy you need to discard. Why are you still playing? You have game on board. What are you doing? Right? They had enough energy already. What are you doing? Okay, you don't get to press your button. I'm not stupid, right? Genome hacking does get them the knockout. You don't get to press your button then. If you're just gonna play the game out, bud, just take the game. You have the game. Take the game. Zero reason to keep playing the game. Let's go play a new game. It's my biggest pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve when you have game and just start emoting and continue to play the game. Just like, take the game. Yeah, we mismanaged some early energy, which would have helped us get out of the bind. And then just item lock was just off for everyone. I feel like I've won most of my coin flips tonight that I've gotten to call. This will probably be our last game. Unless the game ends in like 10 seconds for like one of us getting donked. I love BM. I love BM. It's my favorite. I like to BM in person. I like to show my... Oh, sad. Let's just put down Fez so we don't get donked by Soul Rock. I like to be in my opponent in person by drawing for turn, being like, yes, I got boss. And then coin bonus, recover 4 energy, lunar cycle, recover 4 energy, Poke Gear. Oh, 2 bosses? I'll take 1. Turo, Prime Catcher, and just do everything I can. And here's the thing. I get it if it's a situation of like, I don't know if I have game or not, because there's absolutely situations where you don't know if you have game or not. But like when we are all aware, oh man, if we would have top decked Dawn was actually game. That's crazy. That's crazy that Dawn would have been game. Well, assuming Dusk Noir. If Dusk Noir is in deck, Rare Candy Dusk Noir, pop Dusk Noir. Kill the Gimme Ghoul. That'd have been funny. What a way to win. Nest Ball to get one of the rocks out. Do you have a way to get the other rock out? Most likely. 9 cards in hand. Surely you have like Artisan or Gong. This Gimme Ghoul is still stuck and active. They grabbed okay, we have that. I was like, they grabbed what's it called? Can't even think of the band. It's not the Rigid band. They grabbed the Vitality band. So I was like, I know they didn't grab Blue. Although again, big hand, they likely had the balloon. They do. And they're just gonna kill Duskull, which is the correct thing to do. Is Fez a better well, I can't evolve anything this turn anyway, so I guess we'll just put Teropagos up. Because that, at least, they need 1 additional energy. A Nest Ball? Wow, I love a Nest Ball. Wow, I love a Buddy Pop, and we're so far behind, it just doesn't even matter. We're so far behind. I mean, it's potentially recoverable. Like, it's not the end of the world. We have 2 Nest Balls, so I can grab double Charmander, because I only put down 1 Charmander that's going to chase the Charmander. And I can stretch her for the Duskull if I really think it'll matter, but I don't know that the Duskull really will matter. But it could matter. But I don't have room for it, so I don't. Well, I could have room for it. I could make room for it. Do I have another Buddy Pop? I do. Okay. Well, like I should grab the 80 HP. Well, I don't know, because if they bump my stadium, I don't know what I would want to get rid of. It'd probably just be the Duskull. So I don't think it's worth it. I mean, this isn't a great hand. We don't have a lot going on here. And then we know they at least have 1 more fighting energy. Actually, no, they don't have it in hand because I was like, they had 3, but they placed 1 in Lunar Cycle last turn. But Fighting Gong, just get another one. So they potentially can find boss. They could boss down the Pidgey. Or the Hoot Hoot. I mean, either of these is pretty rough. But the Hoot Hoot is probably the more powerful kill. Or they just take 2 prizes off of Teropagos. Could also be the play. It's at least good this fighting energy is going to be stuck there. Yeah, they are going to chase the Fez. Okay. Fez is pretty good as well. I do have Night Stretcher. So we'll probably just Night Stretcher Fez to get draw power back. Bonus is Charmander, or Charizard does just kill. So we push the Charmander. Oh, wait, I have Rare Candy in hand. Never mind, we push Pidgey. What am I talking about? We push Pidgey. We rare candy Pidgey. Oh, it doesn't matter who we push, because Charizard will end up inactive because I have 2 rare candy. I don't even know that I need Night Stretcher for Fez. I don't even know if I want to put Fez back on the board. So we at least knock that. We go down to 4. They're at 3. Our Briar's never going to come into play because then they'll take another 2 prizes. I think we do lose. I think they're just too far ahead at this point. If they somehow whiff this next turn... there's potentially a world. Because we could... I think we knocked out for Iono and definitely just hurt them as best we can. Knocked out for Iono and Buddy Poffin and put another couple Hoot Hoots down. Yeah. We have Area 0. Do we want one on Tropicos? Sure. We'll probably put down a... But again, I mean, they can recover off of the Iono to 3 pretty easily. But I think we will Night Stretcher. Put the Duskull back. Because there is a world where they do whiff. Was Briar prized? Briar's prized anyways. That's crazy. I mean, it's not that crazy. We could grab the Briar off this. Because again, most likely the Duskull will not come up. Because they will most likely take 2 prizes. But there's hopefully a world where they don't. Right. We only play 1 Night Stretcher. So we'll save the Super Rod play. We'll save the Super Rod to hopefully to also maybe recover some fire energy if we need to. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, just gotta hope off of a coin bonus for 2, coin bonus for 2, lunar cycle for 3, they somehow are not able to piece together a knockout. Easy, and we missed the Briar. So, Duskulling down to get them at 2 so we can Briar is no longer a thing. So we probably don't want a Duskull at all. Or Dusclaws. Maybe a Dust Noir to like kill a Soul Rock or a Lunatone to really screw them. But again, I don't think it matters. I think at this point our win con is they whiff knockout this turn, so that way they always need to at least kill twice. I mean, that's really our only place. They whiff knockout this turn. But are they gonna Prime Catcher? Prime Catcher energy, they go down to 2. Yep. Okay, so we Iono them again. Yeah, I know we can still KO an Iono again. Duskull doesn't matter. I don't think that was Duskull was there just as a just in case. And so there is now a hope that they can whiff again. Wait, you play Hobbs Choice? That feels like an overtack. That feels like too much. We can Iono again. I'm just trying to remember if I'm pretty sure our Prime Catcher's in deck. I'm fairly certain Prime Catcher's in deck. Yeah. Now, do we grab it off of this, or do I want it off of... Do I want to know? I don't think I want an Owl here. I think I want to save the Owl. I don't think there's anything big we need. Because the Hoot Hoots are always going to stay on board. We can't get them all out of range of anything, so it's nothing to worry about that. Gust they've used, I think they've only used one boss, yeah. So, I mean, they most likely have it. They most likely have it. But we're hoping that they somehow don't. We're hoping that they, for some reason, don't. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I want to grab off of the owls right now. Because if they get energy gust, they'll have energy retrieval there. I think I do kill the Fez here. I think the draw 3... Because right now they get a draw 2, draw 1, draw 3. But if I kill a coin, they get a draw 2, draw 3, draw 3. So I think killing the Fez is the most amount of... Or is the least amount... Because right now they'll get 2, 5, 6, 9. If I kill Fez, they get 6. So yeah, I think Fez is definitely the correct kill. Go get the owl. Nice. I don't know if there's anything else worth grabbing there. Two cards in hand. Again, they most likely get there, but we have to, I mean, there's a chance they could whiff it. There's a chance they have to use Arven to recover energy. Night Stretcher for Fez. But again, we forced them to have the pieces. They still get just as much draw power as they would have had either way. But I mean, again, there's an argument for killing the Goldango that Night Stretcher doesn't get them the Goldango back online. Okay, they did have to Arven. So that means they will have to get enough energy to kill Charizard, which is 7 energy. It's not that much. But it is 8 energy because they have to attach an energy. How much energy is in the discard? 8 exactly. So if they can, and they only need 8. Wait, what did they Arven for? They didn't even Arven for Superior, so they must have the Superior in hand already. So okay, so they didn't even need 2 Superior. They already had a Superior in hand. Yikes. Look, Dango just has it, you know? Dango just has it. Dango just is that guy. I played against a Goldango at they had the majority of the energy in hand. I played against a I was playing Goldango at a cup I went to this past weekend, and played against the Charizard deck, and bricked so badly. Like I opened, I think I opened a Lunatone, or I think my choice of an opening hand was Lunatone or Fez, and I was obviously like, well, I'm not gonna put the Fez down, and I put the Lunatone down. I don't remember what the rest of my hand was, but I just remember, I know it was, I had no way to find Soul Rock or Gimme Ghouls, and then I top decked for going second Gimme Ghoul, played down Gimme Ghoul, passed. Then the next turn they because their first turn, they had an insane first turn. Then they bossed and killed my singular Gimme Ghoul. Then I was able to get a Soul Rock set up. I was able to start getting set up. But I was only ever able at one time to have one Gimme Ghoul down, so they just kept Knocked Owl for Prime Catcher, Pidgeot for boss, and just kept killing my Gimme Ghouls. And it got to the point where on field they had Dust Noir, and they had their Charizard inactive, and I was like, okay, you need 2 prizes left to take. You pop Dust Noir and kill Soul Rock, and then you kill that, and I was like, I think that's game. But then I went up against someone playing Alakazam, and they won coin flip and chose to go second because they were playing Alakazam with Soul Rock and Lunatone. I opened Gimme Ghoul and Arven. So I had a way to eventually find stuff, but didn't have it in the opening hand. I didn't realize they were playing a Soul Rock build, and then they proceeded to they had game on board because they opened Badoo, They put down Solrock and Lunatone. They put down 2 Dunsparces. And I was like, man, if they just get fighting energy, they attach it to Solrock, retreat Badoo into Solrock, and just knock out my Gimmighoul, and that's game. I don't even get to set up. But then they used their fighting energy to Lunar Cycle, draw 3 cards, attached enriching energy to Dunsparce, draw cards, played down Abra, and I'm like, they were just so focused on setting up their board that they didn't even look at my side of the field to see that they had game. And then I proceeded to win because I got pretty lucky that I was able to keep bossing up and just killing. I kept it a single prize board state until it got to the point where I had 3 prizes left. So I'm like, if you take 2 prizes, I'm going to win the game, even if you take 2 prizes every turn. Because I had 3 prizes left. I was like, all right, 2 prize board state, knock that out. I have 2 prizes left. They knock it out, have 4 prizes left. I take it off, have 1 prize left. They knock it out, have 2 prizes left. So at that point, I was like, that's game. But yeah, that is going to do it for me tonight. If you're new here, we had a couple first-time chatters. Thanks for swinging by. I have a YouTube channel. I post a lot of Pokemon content, some daily pack opens for the last 2 or so months. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate everyone who showed up. I will not be streaming for the next week or so as I go in on Thursday to get my wisdom teeth removed. Or I go in to get 1 wisdom tooth removed. Then I go back next week to get the other wisdom tooth removed and a root canal. So that's going to be a fun time. Fun way to spend the holiday season. But I do appreciate y'all swinging through. If you want to see more, like I said, the YouTube channel has a ton of Pokemon content, ton of TCG streams if you want to watch VODs, as well as I have a couple like random. If you're really interested in seeing, this is my first year competitively playing. I have 2 vlogs that are up. One of my first time going to a regional, and it was to the Atlanta regional this past year. I played Raging Bolt. Spoiler alert, I didn't do well, but I covered my first time experience at a regional, which I think is pretty fun. And then my NAIC video in New Orleans, and I think that video is really good. I'm really proud of how that video went. And if you're interested in Legends ZA, I have a video I posted a couple weeks ago where I ranked all the new megas that were introduced in the base game of Legends ZA. I know the DLC just came out, which introduces more megas. I don't touch those at all, and their shiny forms. But that's all my housekeeping and selling out. Thanks for swinging through, everyone. Hope it all goes well. Thank you so much, Sam. I hope it does as well. Have a great night, everyone. And again, I'll be back streaming probably next week before I go in for my second one. I just don't know when. But keep an eye on the Discord, and I'll let you know. But yeah, see you later.